OK, food prices continue to rise, and that keeps your food shopping bills really a cause for concern, and keeping them within budget a major concern for all of you. People are having to cut back on some of their favourite household items and buy groceries for less in a bid to save a few quid.
Well, let's speak to consumer expert Kate Hardcastle now. Joins us in the studio with some top tips. And Kriss Akabusi, we should say as well, in the shot as well, who's going to be our taste testing guru this morning, because neither Eamon or I fancied a spoonful of ketchup at 27 minutes past 8.
He basically eat anything. He never looks at sell-by dates or use-by or anything. So we reckon, Kate, that he could tell the difference between own brand and supermarket brands and whatever.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, shall we?
Yeah, well, let's see, because this is an obvious way, if it's true that you're not downgrading in quality or taste by going for the own branded stuff as opposed to the designer, as it were. If it's as good, then it's a great way to save money, surely. So should we put it to the test?
Well, look, I've been shopping. I've been out there in the supermarket shopping, because we talk a lot about this switch from brand to own brand, and last week's news was sensational. The very idea that we've got this war going on between our biggest food retailer and one of our biggest grocery brands, where we've seen products removed from the shelf, is massive, and these are staples for a lot of people in the pantry. And we know that a lot of people, sometimes when fresh food becomes expensive, you do turn to the cupboard, don't you, and start getting the tins out. But if the tins are going to be 4 or 5 times as much, it's a big, significant cost. So how perhaps, instead of just talking about the switch, can we actually see if real life it could work?
Well, let's talk about the price differentials first of all. We've got some soup on the table. Kriss, if you could do some magic pointing, that would be super handy. We're looking at tomato soups there. We've got a cream of chicken. We've got a
Heinz brand.
Yeah, Heinz brand. So just talk us through the price differentials there, then.
Well, what you tend to find now in the big supermarkets is they don't just have one own brand, they have got a couple. So we call that like good, better, best. And often you will see that there's actually quite the difference, even in the own brand. So don't just check out that supermarket brand. For instance, in Tesco's, they've got a brand called Stockwell's, which you'll be able to see here, which is cheaper than their own brand, about half the price again. So it's really worth having a look at the alternatives. Big tip here as well, guys. Shop high and shop low. Yesterday, in every supermarket I went to, all the brands were at the middle height, and the cheaper ones were either right at the top or right at the bottom. So make sure you're looking at them. High or low, and also the price per gram or the price per measurement, rather than just the price of the tin. Actually, even in some of these products, there's a slight bit of difference. See, on the ketchups here, 460 grams to 540 grams. So make sure you are correct in terms of what you're comparing like for like. So, yeah, it was nearly double on the cost of soup there, Isabel.
Wow.
Between own brand and brand.
Right, so 60 pence for a Waitrose own.
I've tasted them all at home because I'm not a scaredy cat like you two. And I was very happy. And I did it on the kids as well. And we fell foul on the ketchup. But do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dilute it. I'm going to 50-50 it. Until they get used to the new taste.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to be on own brand and they'll never know.
Oh, but
they don't watch this right now. They don't watch this right now. They're at school. I've checked.
OK.
Fantastic. OK, what about the price of a tin of beans? Because that's a really good, cheap way to feed a family of an evening. Bit of beans on toast, bit of cheese if you're feeling fruity. But how much is it going to set you back at the different supermarkets? What, you don't like cheese on your beans?
I do, yeah, but the fruitiness.
No, I didn't mean fruity. I just meant if you're being fancy,
22 pence for the cheapest tin of beans that I could find. That was price matched with Aldi at Stockwell's as well. And the most expensive was £1.20 for that Heinz brand when you can find it, because a lot of
stores... That's a quid difference there.
Nearly a quid.
But again, the taste... I'm sorry, I thought we were going to be tasting all these. I don't know what we're talking about them and not tasting them. But so what on earth does 22 pence beans taste like?
Well, when we did it last night, we could actually see the difference, if we're being honest, between... It was actually the sort of thickness of the sauce, if I'm being honest. Yeah. And I think we could definitely taste the difference. But the question was, for a quid difference, could we afford to be that concerned about it? And we came to the conclusion that beans on toast...
He's going in.
Oh, he's going in. Good boy.
There you go.
This is essential Waitrose baked beans you've got.
So this essential Waitrose here was...
oh, my gosh.
45 pence. 45 pence to £1.20.
Would have been better if I'd done it without seeing it, but there you go.
Well, we've got one of those. I think they're a bit concerned what a major celebrity like you would be prepared to eat in the morning, Kriss. I think that's it.
You thought that was yummy?
Yummy is over the top, but instead of...
You can just see the difference a little bit, can't you?
Yeah.
But we thought beans on toast...
Does it compare to army rations?
Oh, in the army, yeah, you just get stuck in.
Do you think, when you had army rations, do you think you were getting own brands, or do you think you were getting big brands?
Pardon me?
When you were
the army, goes to war on its stomach, you get the best food possible.
Best food?
Yeah,
Best
the
food?
best food. Yeah, yeah.
But Chris, so you were saying that the Heinz brand was
It's
actually sweeter. So my top tip would be, if you've got the cheap brand, pop in some Worcestershire sauce when you're cooking it, maybe chop in some onions or, I don't know, even some cheese, as I say, to just make it a bit more interesting. If you've gone for the cheaper one, you can bring it to life a bit
Depends
somehow.
what you're having it with.
Yeah.
What we felt. If it was a side on a big, full English breakfast, did it matter as much? Whereas if it was beans on toast, we could understand.
Yeah.
There'd be some people that were really particular about it. But again, if it's for the kids, can you start to blend it so they get used to one
this
flavour,
one
get
here,
off the sweetness?
If he was eating like baked potato, beans with some cheese, you could do that.
And that is a big saving at a quid.
No
Massive
difference.
at a quid, But this was the big one, the ketchup.
OK.
5 times the difference between the quite posh supermarket own brand Waitrose, that certainly wasn't the cheapest own brand, and the Heinz. £3.50 versus 70 pence in store yesterday.
And did it taste different?
Well, I'm going to leave this bit up to Chris. Are you ready, Chris?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to rinse your...
Exactly. Where's my water? Where's the palette? A bit of wine. Let's go.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
So, here we go. This is A.
For a minute, I thought you were going to feed me there.
I'm not doing that. 10 years I've known you. I'm eating you.
OK, here we go.
That was sample A.
Yeah, for the record, we're not telling him which one's which till he gives us his conclusions.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that one, that's for sure. I've got a funny feeling, I think that's the best one. But
OK. Go on, Mr. Hotshot, we'll soon find out.
yeah.
So exhibit A, you think...
Some A is Heinz, and this one, I don't know what it is.
OK. A is Waitrose.
Oh, my God!
He's died! He's died! You killed me! You killed me!
Killed a legend. Oh, my God.
Think of how much money you're going to save.
Oh, yeah, love you.
Oh, my goodness. So you like the 70 pence brand, this one.
Yeah.
Over and above your staple, which everyone would assume is kind of like, when you think of quintessential ketchup, you think of the Heinz one, and that's £3.50.
One of them had one of them has got a lot of vinegar in it. One has got more vinegar than the other. I don't know which one. The one I had last. I don't know if it's a combination of both,
but you like the cheap one.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, it's 5 times the amount, isn't it? So I'm guess even if you think you have to stay loyal to this brand, just give it a go.
Is there any truth, do you think, in the idea, and this could just be purely based on all the hype? If you're going to go own brand, go Waitrose, because it's like, you know.
Well, shall I tell you a difference to make on that? The own brand at Waitrose was 70 pence. The cheapest ketchup I could find was this one here. Again, this Stockwell's Tesco's own brand at 52 pence, and that was price matched to Aldi as well. So, that's 20p difference, isn't it? Well, just under 20p difference. But 5 times the amount, you can knock yourself out.
But I'm
with
just
the
saying,
Waitrose.
on taste, you just imagine that if you're getting the budget one, Waitrose would probably nail it. Is that just my own? I don't know. That's just my own prejudice.
But now it's budget. This
well,
one.
it's been proven with Chris, hasn't it? We're going in.
We're going in for a 52p one now.
Hang on, we're going in.
Just for Isabel's complete journalistic authority on this, which I believe, yes.
It's ketchup. You get away with it.
Well, there we go. That's the review we
done.
have. I'm sure they'll put that on the packaging.
Yeah.
It's ketchup, we get away with it.
If I had life to live over again, I would use the cheapest ketchup. Or no, actually, it doesn't matter. I'd use any of the ketchups because I'd save the money on the food because my children never were able to taste what food was on the plate. Because
it's just ketchup.
Just ketchup, mounds of ketchup, you know.
That's what we were saying last night about blending it till they get rid of it. We felt there was a sweetness to it for them, and we thought, right, let's actually move it across gently and keep the packaging so there's...
Because there's calories in ketchup as well.
The aftertaste, though, the aftertaste of that one, you can see it's little...
Yeah, you're getting a bit...
Do you remember green ketchup?
I do.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
And you still have it in the States?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.